Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents G.I. Joe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the G.I. Joe Classified Series Jinx. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging, and here on the top we got the G.I. Joe star. She's number 124, and a hook. Probably some tape. Yeah, there's some tape too. Now on the front, G.I. Joe, Kim, Jinx, Arashikage. And then nice window showcasing the figure and accessories. G.I. Joe star, G.I. Joe Classified Series. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. 4 and up. There's the assortment number if you want that. Hasbro print on the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode on this side. Some nice artwork of Jinx, G.I. Joe Classified Series number 124. On this side, her skill sets. 124, G.I. Joe star. There's a picture of her. There's a QR code. You can scan it if you want to, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't go to anything meaningful for the character. It just goes to shop.hasbro.com. Then here we have G.I. Joe Classified Series. On the back, number 124, nice practical photography of the figure, and then some digital renders of some of the features of the figure. Then again, there's her skill set, G.I. Joe, Kim, Jinx, Arashikage, parents, GIJoe.com. Attention! Especially don't stick things in your French pie hole. Warning, attention, Octoon, don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Wait, where's the don't give it to babies? Oh wait, it's over here. Oh wait, I got that wrong. That includes figure in 7 pieces. This is warning, attention, Octoon, don't stick things in any other language pie hole that don't belong there. Don't give it to babies. And then here we have some more small fine, legalese made China print, Hasbro print, and the assortment number again. And that, my friends, completes our look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and her accessories. And in case we need them, here's handy dandy tweezers. Don't quite need them yet, though. First up, we have this ninja spear sword stabby doohickey. And it looks like it's molded in black plastic. And this is a paint app, perhaps. And then the silver is a paint app as well. Very nice molded detail in it. The pole is pretty plain, but then it's got some molded detail in here. And then the blade spear tip looks pretty darn cool. And I think this is a new piece, unless it came in that very first, like the preview Snake Eyes that had the rack with all the weapons on it. Here we have the sheath for her katana. It's molded to look like it's made of wood, it appears. Got a peg on it right there. And overall, I say that looks pretty cool. Well, at least it's cool as a sword sheath can look. And then here's her sword. Looks to be molded in this silver plastic, and then it's got a paint app here for the handle. So it's got some nice molded details there in the blade. Pretty nice. And then as far as how it works with the sheath, just slides right in. Stays in there pretty good due to friction. Next up, she's got a blindfold, or I guess it could be a headband as well. It's made out of very, very flexible plastic. that is probably not going to last the test of time. Then she has a set of alternate hands. They're weapon wielding hands, and it appears they're trigger fingers on up and down hinges. Nice molded detail here in the wraps, and then nice paint apps for the fingers. And same holds true here. And then the last accessory, she does have an alternate head, which is a masked ninja head. And as you can see, they did a pretty good job around the eyes and the eyes themselves. So I think that's really cool. And then a flexible piece of plastic here on the back. And I would have liked for this to have been, instead of glued on, I would have liked for it to have been a pegged in piece where you could rotate it and give it a little bit of posability for, you know, with the head motion. So let's take a look at the figure herself. And just like the alternate head, I think they did a really good job here on the sculpt and the deco for the face. She's got some faint eyeshadow there, and then maybe some mascara, and good job on the eyes. The hair, it looks like it's a separate piece glued on to the rest of the head. This necklace piece here is a separate piece, and it does move freely. Got a nice tampo here of the dragon on her key, or gi, and then her belt here. And of course, again, I would have liked this to have been a pegged in piece so that it would rotate a little bit to give it a little bit better, you know, look when you're posing her. Nice paint apps for around the neck and down on this arm. It looks like this is probably the paint app, and then what I said about the alternate set of hands holds true for these as well, except their fists on an up and down hinge, and we'll get to that in a minute. On this side, you can see she's got a nice big long sleeve tattoo there, and it's a very nice tampo. And just look at all that deco into that. It looks very, very cool. And then again, what I said about the other side applies to both the forearm and the hands. And then we've got this stripe here continuing down. We've got some stripes here on the side, and that's on both sides, and they run right down the leg, at least to right above the knee. They stop. So, and even in the pants, nice sculpted detail, the pants and the boot tops, and then a paint app here on top of the shoe. Well, let's take a look at her articulation, and she's on that standard classified neck hinge pieces with the ball at the bottom of the neck, dumbbell at the top. So that lets her look up that far, lets her look down that far. She's got some chicken neck, she's got some waggle, she can do the full exorcist, 360 degrees of rotation at the shoulder. But you notice that this piece it doesn't spin around, it stays in place, so you do have to swing the arm out to get that 360 degree range of motion. Butterfly at the shoulder as well, goes back that far, goes forward that far. Cut at the upper bicep for a full 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinged pinless elbow, and it wants to give you that much bend. 360 degrees of rotation there, and again it's on an up and down hinge and up and down hinge on this side as well. So that's kind of cool, unusual for a fist hand. Now there's a cut here where the chest and the abdomen meet, and then there's also another cut at the waist that you can't see because of this overlay piece here. But this is on a dumbbell and this is on a half dumbbell or a ball joint, whichever you want to call it. And in conjunction, they give her some hula. She can lean left and right. She can lean back that far and forward just slightly. So not great range of movement in those double joints, which is kind of sad, especially for a ninja character. So at the upper joint, she will rotate 360 degrees, and at the waist joint, she will also rotate 360 degrees. Pull down hinge in the hips, although they don't seem to pull down very much. So it gives you that much of the splits, not quite the full splits, almost. She can kick forward about 90 degrees, it's close. And back about a half a step maybe. Cut at the upper thigh for a full 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinged pinless knee gives you that much bend. The sculpt does interfere with that a little bit. Then at the very top of the shin, there is a boot cut for another 360 degree rotation. And at the ankle, tilts down that much, tilts up that much, and has forward facing pin for rocker. Now as far as storage of stuff goes, this, like I said, is a blindfold, but I think you can also use it as a headband. So you just put that around her head, or you can put it around her eyes, which, you know, however you want to display the character. I think that looks kind of cool for a ninja-like character. And then the sword in the sheath. Again, the sheath has the post on it. She has a port in her back. So you just put that on there. And if you want her to hold the other weapon, you have to swap the hands out. I'm not going to do that on screen. So there you have it, my friends. A look at the figure and her accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Jinx with the G.I. Joe Classified Series Series 1 Snake Eyes and the G.I. Joe Classified Series Storm Shadow, the regular release. Here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Jinx with the PowerCon 2023 exclusive Valaverse Action Force Warpath Eclipse and the Valaverse Action Force Pandora with some of the Pandora upgrade kit parts. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Jinx, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. Our final Classified Series comparison, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander, from Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the G.I. Joe Classified Series Jinx, I will have to tell you my only exposure really to this character is in G.I. Joe the movie. I wasn't really an avid watcher of the DIC series, and well, I'll take it back. She appeared in one of the live action movies, didn't she? Retaliation, I think. And so I'm not super familiar with the character itself, other than, you know, she trained by some of the same Arashikage clan members that Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes were trained by. So there is that. And she has a little bit of a confidence issue that she blames on bad luck, I think, if I remember correctly. But as far as the figure goes, you know, it's a fine female ninja type figure. You know, it hits all the spots for that. I do like that all of her hands have up and down hinges. I do wish that instead of trigger finger hands, and I understand that sometimes she used guns, maybe. I don't really recall, but I would have liked to have seen just like some standard C-grip hands or grip hands, period, without the trigger fingers, so that she would hold some of this equipment a little better, especially the spear, double-ended spear thing, because the way the hands are, it just kind of slides through her hands and she doesn't really grip it. So to me, that's a little bit of an issue, so something to be aware of. Now, the deco on this figure, that arm tattoo, is superb. It looks fantastic. Unfortunately, when you articulate the figure, it does break that up, but you know, that's kind of to be expected on an action figure that articulates. And then, you know, the dragon tattoo on her gi is kind of cool too. The headband piece, the way it kind of stretches out to fit over her head, I can see over time that's really going to degrade bad. But I guess it's nice to have it while you can. And you can use it as a headband, or you can use it as a blindfold, whichever, you know, whatever fits your aesthetic in your mind of this figure. And of course, she does have an alternate head sculpt, so you can give her that full-on ninja look rather than, you know, the kind of Karate Kid look here. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I am now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.